Every day, 2 million tons of human waste is disposed of in watercourses. In developing countries, 70% of industrial waste is dumped untreated into waters. % of natural disasters are water-related. $880 million people lack access to clean water, with 3 million dying each year from water-related illness. Water has always been a precious resource, but with more time and very little care, it is becoming increasingly scarce. Without clean water, the planet will not be able to sustain itself. Şayka Erkumin is a world record-holding free diver from Turkey. Orta Blu traveled with her to Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt. With a professional crew of photographers and videographers, and equipment for shooting on land and underwater, we made this short documentary about her to raise awareness for the sustainable use of water as part of our Protect Water project. Şayka had her first water sport experience as the member of an underwater rugby team. She's been living like a dolphin ever since, spending as much time in the water as she does out. In light of this, she has decided to support our cause. We call her the Mermangel of Orta Blu because she swims like a mermaid with her monofin and helps us protect water like a guardian angel of the ocean.
a member of a family that's been cultivating cotton for the last 65 years now. We were one of the first farms in this area of Turkey that is doing a Better Cotton initiative.
Speaking about Orta Anadolu's strategic thinking about BCI, we consider BCI as the way of the future of cotton. So cotton is the raw material that we use, and without cotton, our business will not be existing.
Basically, we want to transform cotton production working with BCI, BCI working globally. We are working in Turkey. And the main aim is actually make sustainable cotton mainstream commodity.
We believe that by using BCI's methodology, we will reduce the stress on the environment and on the social part of cotton production globally. For the people that think about the future of the sector, this is the way of having cotton sustainably around for long term.
Every generation of farmers, I think they have to improve from the previous generation. So what I can do is I will grow cotton like my family, like my parents, but I can do these things differently, using less hazardous stuff, providing a better environment for our workers. Better Cotton initiative is actually giving me a list of things to do to achieve these ends, and I am using it happily.
First of all, I'm a cotton producer. At the same time, I am a ginner in Turkey. And also, I am the chairman for the National Cotton Council of Turkey. To use this cotton with BCI name and certification, let's say, it's a big advantage for textile industry, because there are a lot of ginner who is working in Turkey, but if you have BCI, you are preferable ginner in Turkey. It's very important.
We set up this year in 2013, but work started in 2011. And first talks with BCI started with the leadership of National Cotton Council of Turkey and sector leaders. So this year we have our first harvest, and we are aiming 13,000 metric ton of lint harvested. And to reach that aim, we worked with 310 farmers and approximately in 8,000 hectares. In order to work in that wide area, we had to work with implementing partners, and we were very successful working with them, and we used their knowledge about cotton, and we gave some trainings about production principles of BCI, which includes nature conservation, soil health, reducing the effect of pesticides, right amount of usage of water, decent work issues. All these issues we worked with farmers and trained them.
BCI has checks and balances, and in different parts of the growing phase, we are actually going through inspections and to see if everything is done right.
Farmers are happy because they're not just using local practices, but also internationally recognized standards.
Of course, we got some cost, but this is not a cost of a ginning. This is cost of engineering only. But in the future, you know, when the farmer is going to learn everything, applying, producing systems, whatever, then this cost will decrease quickly, and maybe one day we won't have any cost about it.
This cotton that is grown with this criteria is very sought out in the textile world, because big brand companies, they also want their textiles to be produced from a cotton that is produced with better conditions, better initiative. The price will be determined by supply and demand in the market, and there's I think, enough demand to make the producers wanting to do this.
Nowadays, BCI is at the starting stage, at the beginning stage, and the supply of better cotton is very limited. As a result, we have to pay premium for buying better cotton from the market. By doing so, we are not charging any extra cost that we effectively faced in the market. Our interest is how we can increase the supply of better cotton in the world. So Orta Anadolu is strongly committed to BCI implementing partners in Turkey.
People are going to see that it will have a premium and it will be a more conscious growing, more professional way of growing the cotton. And when people see that, for example, my farm will benefit from it, they will start doing it themselves.
In the long run, we will keep this beautiful country as it is, as we still continue to produce cotton for the sector, for the people that produce it, and for the future of our children.
There's never an end to the things that we can improve in our farming sector. BCI was one factor that is motivating us further, but hopefully there will be more criteria and more developments that we will actually bring to this farm in the future.